Welcome back to our community. Susie Thomas visiting with Susan Bennett and Sharon Eslick from the Maslin Women's Club, celebrating the 100th anniversary of the Maslin Women's Club and the 125th anniversary of Five Oaks, which is often called the Maslin Women's Club because it's the building where everything takes place. Okay, we're definitely coming to tea on February 14th. I should ask, because someone will, are men invited, or is this a ladies-only event?
Men are more than welcome. If they're comfortable in coming, we'll definitely seat them. That's wonderful.
Okay, but wear your morning coats. That's all I'm saying. You got to play along as well. All right, so let's go on to March. What is happening the rest of the year, basically? Nothing? Okay.
No, there's a lot of things happening.
Okay,
We didn't cover every month because we didn't want to exhaust ourselves for the whole year. But our next event after the tea will be April 11th and 12th. That is what a lot of our ladies that come to the club know as our Daffodil Luncheon. This year, the event will be featuring Caring Women of Maslin, and we're actually going to be going back and looking at the connection between the American Red Cross and the Maslin Women's Club. That didn't just start and stop in 1919. We actually had a lot of things going on into the 40s and 50s and even now. So we have a wonderful presentation by a representative of the American Red Cross and a lady from the Maslin Women's Club who are going to go back in time and then bring us back into the future. So that's going to be an exciting event. And should I continue?
Oh, please continue. And let me just interject. I think right now, when you live in times that are uncertain and a little crazy, there is something really healing, isn't there, about just stepping back to when life was a little more civil, congeal, and calm. That's all I'm going to say.
I totally agree with you.
It's very calming to just walk in those doors.
Actually, we had a client step in today, and that's exactly what they said. So you're absolutely right.
Well, what's happening next after the Daffodil?
Okay, after the Daffodil Luncheon, in May, the Maslin Museum will be opening an exhibit of the 100-year history of the Maslin Women's Club and the 125 years of Five Oaks. The exhibit there begins May 17th, and there is a 6 o'clock reception that night, which is open to the public. No reservations needed, and the exhibit will continue through June 23rd.
What kinds of things will we see in the exhibit?
There'll be a lot of photographs, different tidbits of history that they can come up with. A lot of it I'm not even sure of. The museum's still pulling through the archives and getting a lot of that information together, but it will feature both the house and the club.
Oh, exciting. What's next?
Then on June 6th and 7th, there is our Rose Luncheon, which this year, this is one of the next ones I'm really excited about, is 100 years of music and fashion. This will be every decade from 1919 till now will be represented by not only specific music, by two wonderful individuals who are very talented and professional musicians, Hillary and Kevin DeSimone. We will also, along with that, have fashions of each decade. And we're not talking just a dress. It's my understanding we're going from head to toe. And all accessories and everything. Hats!
Yes, and again, hats.
Yes, there'll be hats and supposedly even shoes. I'm not sure how some of ours are going to fit into some of the shoes, but we'll see.
Goodness. All right, again, when you attend, you can pick a decade and come like that?
We're covering all 100 years, so you can pick any decade you like.
Oh my, how fun. All right.
So, and then after that, this one is definitely open to everyone. On June 22nd, we are having a community celebration from 11 to 3 o'clock on the property, inside and outside. We're going to have just a nice big picnic celebration. We have live music by 5 Clicks and In. It's a local group who's actually the husband and his friends of one of our members, who, by the way, also happens to be related as a great-great-great or great-great, one of those grandchildren of the original McClyman family.
Yes.
So there's all those connections in there. But there'll be pulled pork sandwiches, bake sale, a lawn sale. There'll be home tours, and that's just a really simple little fun summertime event that we're hoping everybody, kids to adults to everybody, comes and just enjoys and takes part. And if you haven't been to the home, this is a wonderful opportunity to see that.
What I love is that you are including all of the community in this. This is not just something where membership is getting together and saying yay us once a month, but this is just a community celebration of all that the Women's Club has meant to Maslin.
Well, I think that it's the home and the club wouldn't exist without the community. We try to give give back to the community, but that home is a gem of Massillon. And it is something very special that the entire community really needs to celebrate because it's theirs. The McClyman family was part of the community. It's my understanding that when Mr. McClyman's passed away, the city actually shut down for the afternoon for his funeral.
Wow.
He was a gentleman who walked the streets singing. He loved to sing, and everybody knew him. He had a kind word for everyone. So he was part of the community, and we're just carrying on that tradition.
Absolutely. All right, after the picnic, what do we have?
Okay, after the picnic, this is the one and only event which will be club members only. And our actual celebration anniversary date is September 5th. That is the 100 years to the date of the first official meeting of the Massillon Women's Club.
Fun,
So,
and a good reason to join. If you're hearing this and
is
say,
a
oh,
very
I'd
good
like
reason.
to be in on that, you can join.
And by the way, dues for the Massillon Women's Club are only $70 for the entire year. That is one of the things we were required to keep our dues very low, so everybody can join. You don't have to be a millionaire to join the club, and we welcome everybody. So that open meeting is going to have a lot of very special events going on. Just basically, it's the first official meeting, and we're going to see that we're going to try to replicate some of that. Then going to another open to the public event is our autumn luncheon, October 10th and 11th, and that one will be the Women of Massillon. That will be the one event which is going to talk about all the beginnings of the Massillon Women's Club, and there you will hear about the Black Fly Drive.
Okay, so
there's
we have to
my
wait
tease.
until then.
Calling all black flies. No, just kidding.
Okay, so it'll be worth waiting for, I'm
It'll be
sure.
worth waiting for. To me, that was the funniest and the cutest story of all of our beginnings, and so I like to kind of pique people's interest on that kind of thing.
Very awesome.
So that will be event, again, October 10th and 11th, and then our final event will be tied into what we are known for as the Holidays at Five Oaks. That is our formal champagne and candlelight dinners that start off our holiday season. That will be November 22nd and 23rd, and then on the 24th we also do a holiday brunch. That will have very, very special menu, special entertainment, and kind of close out the whole year of celebration. Again, all of these are open to the public, and we welcome everybody to come and take part in some of the history of Massillon.
And I know you've just finished packing it all away, but describe for a moment what Five Oaks looks like once it is all decked out for Christmas.
Well, the first word that comes to mind is sparkly. There's over 40 trees that are decorated from the first floor to the third floor, and I'm not sure there's words I can really say because it's just an amazing fantasy of Wonderland. I don't know how else to describe it.
I think that does it very well. So different organizations around the community and different people all take a room or share a room and decorate that. And is that how this happens? Because it is incredible.
Actually, when we talk about volunteers, we have a core group of volunteer women who do almost all that work.
Wow.
There's about 5 women who start, and they do from top to bottom. We do have sections that take certain rooms, and they'll take care of those. But it's really a core group of 5 women who work night and day for weeks to make the house look as magnificent as it is.
And it is magnificent. Every sconce on the wall, every picture hanging. Just imagine, everything's got a touch, and it's absolutely breathtaking. You got to see it. If you haven't, you got to see it. Is there a website? We've covered quite a bit of information. Is there a website where all this will be announced that people can keep up and sign up?
Actually, there's 2 places. While I'm not that technologically adept, but we do have a Facebook page. So if you go to Massillon Women's Club on Facebook, I do continuously post everything on there.
Great.
We also have a website, and it's a bit unusual, but it was free. So we try to save where we can. It's www.MassilonWomen'sClub, and that's all one big long word, no caps, no apostrophe or anything, .weebly.com.
Okay, spell Weebly.
Weebly. Kind of like Weebles Wobble.
And you feel like writing women's as in a plural, WOMEN, but that's not it. It's Massillon Women's Club.
It makes us kind of sound like we're a club of one woman.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, if you go across the country, depending on what city you're in, you're going to find a women's club or you're going to find a woman's club. I have never been able to find out why. But we
ours-
are singular.
It's a woman's club.
Woman.
Because we're all united as one.
I like that.
Well, okay, well, we take that.
I will take that.
Okay, so that's how we can find out everything going on. Both of you, I'm going to throw this out to both of you. You've talked a lot about the research and finding out cool things like the black fly thing that we'll find out more about. Were there other discoveries as you've been going through archives and finding out about those early founders? Anything that surprised you during this planning time?
I will say I was particularly interested in not only the women's club history, but the history of Five Oaks, and finding out that President McKinley and his wife were close friends of the McClymans, the original owners of Five Oaks, and that they attended the wedding. And I don't know, the history is absolutely fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, I know, okay, well, it's history, but it's history. It's right here in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't just, some random thing. These were families. They lived in this house. They had weddings there. And you can still get married there, right, Sharon?
Absolutely. This year we will go into our 119th year of having weddings at the club. Edna McClymans was married there in 1900. She was the daughter, and we've been doing weddings ever since.
What's involved in having a wedding at the Maslin Women's Club? Because you just perked up a lot of ears.
Well, contact me.
And do you have any weekends open?
This year we do have a few, but we are getting wonderfully booked. But we do weddings, showers, rehearsal dinners, private events. We do a lot of women's group events. And quite honestly, that is what really goes into supporting Five Oaks.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the money we earn on that pays the utility bills, the insurance bills, the general upkeep. I have to say, in all fairness, we do have a Maslin Heritage Foundation that now owns the home.
Mm-hmm.
It was created by the Women's Club in 1976 to take care of the large capital improvements of the home. But the women themselves, we do everything, including all the cleaning and the general upkeep and stuff. So when you have a wedding or an event there, you're actually supporting the history of Maslin.
Well, I have to say, I've never seen a speck of dust, so kudos on the cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
The cooking, because our time is going so quickly, we haven't even talked about the incredible food that you get there as part of your meal. And all I have to say is sticky rolls. And anyone who's been there knows what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us who the chef is now, and let's give them a shout out.
Our chef is currently Jean Rozanovich and her son George, and they do a phenomenal job. And prior to her, it was her sister Anne. So we kind of kept everything in the family, and it's been wonderful, and they do a remarkable job. During Christmas is when they really deserve the kudos, because they work night and day during our holiday season.
Well, go to the website, check out the Facebook page. It's the Maslin Women's Club 100th anniversary. Susan Bennett, Sharon Eslick, thank you for all you do in our community.
Thank you.
Thank you, Susie.